All right, here we're going to work on this very last problem here, and we actually have several of them to do, where we're going to be putting everything that we've learned so far together. We're going to be working with positive and negative numbers. We're going to be distributing. We're going to be combining like terms, just all kinds of things. So here we have our very first problem, and the first thing that we need to do here is we need to take care of this distribution. So 5 times x would be 5x. 5 times negative 7 would be minus 35. And then we still have this minus 8x out here. Now once all distribution is done, now we can start combining like terms if possible. So looking at this, we have some like terms. We have some x's that we can put together. So 5 of those minus 8 of those would be minus 3 x's. And then for the 35, the minus 35, we don't have any plain numbers to put it with, so that would just be minus 35. Now we cannot combine any further because those are not like terms, so that's as far as we can take that. Here we have another one that says negative 2 times x plus 4 plus 8 times 3x minus 1. And again, we're going to have to do some distribution. So the first distribution, negative 2 times x would be negative 2x, and negative 2 times 4 would be minus 8. Now we have to distribute again over here. This is a positive 8 that we're distributing. So positive 8 times 3x would be a positive 24x. And a positive 8 times negative 1 would be minus 8. Now we can combine like terms if possible. So we can put together our x's. Minus 2 of them plus 24 would be a positive 22x, and we can put together our plain numbers. Negative 8 and a negative 8 would be a negative or a minus 16, and that's as far as we can take that. Now for this next one, we do have to distribute, but this is very interesting. We are not just distributing the 4 because remember the sign goes with the number. So we're actually distributing this negative 4 to those two terms in the parentheses. So this would be 3x, and then negative 4 times x would be a negative 4x. Negative 4 times positive 2 would be a negative 8. And then we have our positive 1 here on the end. Now we collect our like terms. We can put our x's together. So 3 of those minus 4 of those would be minus an x. And minus 8 plus 1 would be minus 7. And that's as far as we can take that. Now on this last one, we have a couple of distributions again to do. We're going to first of all distribute our negative 4. Again, the sign goes with it. So negative 4 times negative 3p would be a positive 12p. Negative 4 times positive 3 would be negative 12. Now here we are distributing that negative sign. Remember, if you want to, you could put a 1 in front of there, or you could think about it as the opposite of each one. Negative 6p would be a negative 6p, and a negative 4 would be a positive 4, and then we still have the negative 2p and the positive 1. Now we can combine our like terms. We've got some p's that we can put together. 12p minus 6 would be 6p's. Minus 2 would be 4p. Then we can put together our numbers. Minus 12 plus 4, that would be a minus 8. And then plus 1 would be a minus 7. And we can't go any further because these are not like terms, so we cannot combine them.